The Stoned Roadie Show, podcast 241. Action. Alrighty there, fellow slaves and earthlings. Looky here, looky here. It's a Halloween trick-or-treat special. My name's Craig Reed, a.k.a. the Stoned Roadie, and with me tonight is the lovely Kathy GODSEY. So what do we got planned this evening there, Kathy GODSEY?
Well, correct. This is our first Halloween special for the Stone Roadie podcast, and I'm so glad everybody is tuned in to watch us tonight. Hope everybody is prepared for the little trick-or-treaters that are coming around. Craig, do you have any candy for the trick-or-treaters if they come to your door?
I don't get trick-or-treaters. My driveway's 500 feet long. I've never got a trick-or-treater up here.
All right. What would happen if you did get a trick-or-treater? What would you do?
I'd give them a dill pickle or a banana.
So I love your costume, Craig. And
Oh,
little
I got
Leon.
too. He's super
Hey,
dull.
Leon.
I'm surprised he don't wear clothes. I'm surprised
And
he's not.
what about Wicker?
Well, this is Wicker.
Oh, I thought you said Leon. Okay,
Oh, I probably did.
that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think this would fit on Leon. Leon's too little. The
Yeah,
other
he's a
the other
baby.
Leon, my first Leon, he was about this size here. So
Oh,
I didn't even try this outfit on him, but I don't think he would like clothes. These dogs don't know what clothes are. But yeah, it's trick or treat. Yeah, it's Thursday night. It's trick or treat. We actually had trick or treat here in Green, Ohio on Saturday, but they're going to have it in different towns. I think Canton and Talmadge and the other towns here in the area are having it tonight. So yeah, it's trick or treat 2024.
well, in New Jersey, we trick or treat tonight. We do it on Halloween night. So there are a lot of little kitties running around, and I hope they all have parents with them or somebody watching them because it gets dark so early now. By 6 o'clock, it's dark. So when
Yeah,
I
they
was a
do.
kid, we used to go out after dark. Now, I don't think that's a good idea anymore for kids to go out by themselves after dark. It's just not safe anymore.
I think they do it here from 6 to 9 or something like that.
Okay. All
Around
righty.
here, yeah.
So we did a Saturday night special the other night, and Craig did a chord rap for us. And I spoke to him about stringing a guitar, and he said he's going to do it. You have to get a camera, right? Or somebody to hold the camera for you while you do it.
Yeah,
You
I
do it
got
on.
finally working on my new camera here. I've been showing this off, and these things are pretty cool.
Oh, that is so
A
cool.
little camera, and it's got a little flip screen on it. You turn it on. It's pretty cool. And we have that other one. This is the Model 3. The other one's a Model 2. It does, the only difference is it doesn't have this flip screen on it, but it's got all the other features. Yeah, it's got the remote, it'll follow you around. It's a regular streaming camera, yeah, from Robert Wheatley. And what else do we got? We got that, yeah, on that last podcast, I said we had a bid on the Genome book for $300, and if we didn't get any other bids on that, we would go ahead and close bidding on that. So, well, we didn't get anything else, so I guess I'll just go ahead and have him. Oh, who is that? Uh, Bruce Fancher. Yeah, you can just go ahead and send me that $300 for Gene's book, and then oh, Tom Garrett. He bid. I guess he bid $175 on that on this. Doggone it. this camera, the one that
Cool.
Danny Barron bid $100, but uh, uh, Tom Garrett, he bid 175 on it, and he said, "Heck, I'll just go ahead and bid 200 on it." So, yeah, it's a $400 camera.
Wow.
This one is. It's a Model 2. So, and yeah, that's about all I got to talk about. I ain't got much to talk about. I've done 4 of these podcasts this week. I'm about
Well, I got a lot to
podcasted,
talk about, so don't worry about
podcasted out there. Good.
that. So I did get a on the Saturday night special. I talked about those photos that I am going to sell. The intention is to try to do a little fundraiser to help out Gene Odom. So if anybody's interested in those photos, please be generous because anything that we get is going to go to Gene Odom. As you know, there are 3 5x7 glossy pictures. They're copies of photos that I took myself in Allan Collins's house. And then I have that 8x10, a copy of the restored photo that Allan signed for me at his house. Now we got 2 bids, and somebody inquired about having the "To Kathy" part removed off of the picture. So I'm actually having the "To Kathy" removed. So it'll just say, "God bless you, Allan Collins." So if that makes a difference and anybody wants to place a bid on the uninscribed print, let me know and I will be glad to send that out. So we're going to give that 2 weeks to the highest bidder. Like I said, we got 2 bids already, and you could have the choice of either having the original one or the one with the "To Kathy" photoshopped out of the picture, and that will be framed. So send Craig any bids you have for that. And thanks again for your generosity. Remember, we want to help out Gene Odom. Okay. I do want to say thank you. I'm sorry. Yesterday actually was a couple of birthdays of our friends and followers. Yesterday, Robin Blankenship's birthday. Yesterday was Joe Kremp's birthday. Happy birthday, Joe Kremp. Yesterday was Morris Hancock's birthday, Jada Jaco's birthday, and John Pavlovsky's birthday. A lot of people were born on October 30th. And my beautiful daughter and her husband, happy 3rd anniversary to them yesterday. So October 30th was a pretty big day for a lot of people. And I want to give a shout out and say thank you to a couple of my friends, people who have always been very complimentary about the podcast: Joey Yema, Steve Jones, Steve Pitt, Susan McMaster, Tina Oresco, Cindy Hudson, Jamie Peak, Connie Beck, Carol Locke, and Rock On. Thanks to all you guys for your support of the Stone Roadie Show. And I want to talk about, before we go into the questions and comments from the other podcasts, Craig, is there anything you want to talk about or address?
No,
All
I'm all
right.
talked out.
All righty. I know you must be so tired, so I think I can take it from here. And anybody notices, I think we do look a little different today than normal. I
Yeah,
might go to somebody else's.
I did the podcast. What was that? Wednesday morning. Yeah, and I showed
Yes.
the picture of myself wearing this outfit with me and the original Leon, and I just
Yeah.
debated to wear this again, but I went, you know what? That was 2003. That was 21 years ago.
Yeah.
And a lot of people 21 years ago are a lot bigger than they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm actually smaller than I was back then. In that picture, I can show that picture here. I actually was a little bit smaller than I was back then. Let me see if I can't find it. Oh, I'll find it here whenever. No big deal. But
Under the in front of the Christmas tree, right?
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for the Christmas tree. I don't know what I did with it.
But if you find it, we'll just pop
About
it
it.
up. Yeah, you do look a little thinner than you did there.
Yeah, I'm a lot thinner than I was. Yeah,
Good for you. Not too many people can say that after 20
yes,
years.
than they were 20 years ago. That's for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm about as thin as I was. Oh, there it is.
There you go. Whoa. And there's wife number, that's right, block her out. There you go.
Can't get it.
A little bit more that way.
Almost. Get Leon in there.
There you go. There's Leon. Look at you now. Puff your chest out like you did in that picture. There you go. Hands crossed by the hips.
Yeah.
Hands by the hips. Great
There
picture.
you go. Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Yeah, you could still wear that costume. Not too many people could say that.
Yeah, how about that, huh? So
So we
yeah.
had some we had some comments from the podcast last week. We were talking about skin formation and then just some other random stuff. And we were talking about I was just talking about how I tried to avoid eating food, nuts, and candies and stuff that come from China. And Bobby Peak said, "Hey, Kathy, what about toothpaste? Doesn't toothpaste come from China?" Well, you know what? At one point, there was a brand of toothpaste that did come from China because I Googled it and they stopped making it because it had something in it that was very harmful to people. They got rid of that a long time ago. So toothpaste is not made in China.
But
As a
it's
matter
got
of fact,
fluoride in it. It's got
right.
fluoride in it.
Fluoride, right.
Yeah, I
Procter
don't
and
have
Gamble.
fluoride. I got toothpaste without fluoride. Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah. And I'm hearing that peroxide is what they use on your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Hydrogen peroxide is supposed to be really good for your teeth.
And baking soda too. Right. Well, I
Yeah.
use fluoride toothpaste. I use the cheap stuff. I use like AIM or Pepsin, and I don't spend money on toothpaste. But anyway, Procter and Gamble's Crest toothpaste, that's made in a, their one of their main manufacturing plant is in Greensboro, North Carolina. And then Colgate toothpaste is made in Morristown, Tennessee. So no, toothpaste is not made in China. That was something that they got rid of. So I just wanted I was a little concerned. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't come from China. I hope not, but it does not. So then a gentleman by the name of one of our friends, Len Jacobs Crumby, he just put this comment out yesterday. He said, you know, on the Nothing Fancy album and the liner notes, you know the song Am I Losing?
Yeah.
Remember we had talked about that apparently that song was written about the friendship between
Bob Burns, yeah.
Bob Burns
Bob Burns, yeah.
and Ronnie. Well, now I haven't
Mhm.
seen this, but he said that apparently Am I Losing was a song that was inspired by a visit to Graceland.
No,
And it
it was about Bob Burns. Yeah. Am
okay.
I losing one of my best friends? Yeah. Why am I losing one of
We'll have
my
to check
best
those
friends?
notes because he said
Yeah.
that Rossington is
It's
quoted
so
on the notes.
strange when you get just a little money. Your so-called friends want to act just a little funny. Yes, they'll
They'll
blame
blame
you, but I'm not the
you.
one that's here to blame. It's you, the son, that's really changed.
It's a
Change. That's a
shame.
shame. Am I losing once again?
Well, we'll have to check those liner notes. I don't have my record handy, but he apparently he says that there's something in there that said that Rossington is quoted on the notes as saying that Lynyrd Skynyrd broke the record that Elvis had at the Memphis Stadium, and Elvis sent each band member a dozen roses, and that the Lynyrd Skynyrd boys went to Graceland to thank him, but he was off playing in Vegas. Did you hear anything
I
about
don't
that?
I never heard of any kind of interaction between Elvis and the band. Gary was a big Elvis fan. That's why I used to take him during the tribute band. I would take him when we played in Vegas. I would always take him the back way through the kitchen and stuff. I said, "We're going on the Elvis route to the to the station." We would go through the kitchen and down the service elevators and all that. Yeah. So yeah, and then when he passed away, that funeral brochure, that was my my recollection, I was gonna, I guess that's the wrong word, but yeah, I was trying to beat Elvis's uh, record for how much Elvis's funeral brochure sold for, but I'm not really sure how if there was ever a real value put on on that brochure. I just put
Mm.
5 grand on it. I don't know. But we didn't meet that. I think we only got 800 bucks out of Gary's, but that's not chump change for somebody to get from their for their funeral brochure. You got to be pretty famous to get 800 bucks for your funeral brochure.
Absolutely. And the money went to the survivors, right?
Yeah, I went to Mark Howard
Yeah.
for his he
Yeah.
had some leg issues, yeah.
So those who criticized you for selling the brochure, it wasn't to feed your pocket, it was to help the
Oh,
survivors.
then we actually sold another one here on the podcast, and that money went to the survivors too, yeah. So
Good. Well, good for you. I applaud your efforts to help the survivors.
yeah.
So when I was looking up tonight, actually last night, I was looking up trying to find the liner notes for the album, and I found the Railroad song. I love the Railroad song, and I was listening to that on YouTube. And I saw I actually posted it on Facebook last night, and somebody said that that was the only song that they used a capo
A
on,
capo?
capo. I'm sorry,
Capo. You know what? I
capo.
don't know about that. I'm not sure that they used a capo on that. I don't know. I'm not enough of a guitar player to know what a capo does or how to play, you know.
I think it sounds well. Apparently somebody commented and they said that it was the only song they used a capo on. Ed used it, and that's how it sounded like a trained riff. So I don't know. We'd have to look at a live video of him playing that. But I never heard of a capo until I just read that last night. But
Yeah, I
that's
don't
pretty cool.
remember any of them ever using a capo.
No.
No, I never, of course, when Ed was in the band, I wasn't doing guitars, but yeah, I never fooled around with a capo.
Okay. You know what it looks like though?
Oh, sure, yeah, it just goes
Okay.
across you just bring it down and it's like it just it takes it from, instead of using the nut at the top, you're just bringing it down to another fret. I guess it changes the key or something. I
Gotcha.
don't know.
Okay.
Changes,
Well,
yeah.
I watched the live video from the Winterland concert. Amazing. I didn't realize that Ed played the lead guitar riff, and then Alan's solo was just amazing. Just
Yeah.
great, great. So I actually posted that last night on my YouTube, on my Facebook page. I love it. So pretty cool. So thanks for that information about
Yeah,
that.
I'm not a guitar player, so I don't know exactly how to use one of those things.
That's okay. And we got a couple of questions. People are asking because this is a Halloween podcast. Did the Leonard Skinner ever play on Halloween? Do you recall? And did they ever
Oh
get
my
dressed
God,
up
yeah,
as you?
there was quite a few times I dressed up for Halloween, yeah.
You
Uh,
did.
oh God, yeah, I'd dress up for Halloween and go out and catch the microphone stand and the slide and stuff, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
You know, yeah, I'd go out, I'd dress up and go out and yeah.
So you would go on stage and catch the microphone?
Uh-huh, yeah, I'd dress up in a costume and go out on stage and catch a microphone and the slide and stuff, yeah.
What kind of costumes did you wear?
Well, for New Year's Eve, I dressed up like Uncle Sam. I think the last time I did it, I dressed up like Uncle Sam and ran out there.
Oh,
But
cool.
yeah, there was all kind of different costumes I'd wear and go out there and
But what about the
Um,
guys? Did they ever put any costumes or anything on?
no,
Or
uh-uh.
no, I
They
didn't
never
think
did
so.
anything like
I
that.
didn't think so. Did they ever do anything different on Halloween if they played on
No,
Halloween?
uh-uh.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
me.
Well, I want to see those pictures. Are there any pictures of you with those Halloween costumes on?
Yeah, there's a picture of me somewhere with the there's actually a video with me catching the mic stand with the Uncle Sam outfit on. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a while, but yeah, I saw one before. Yeah.
All right. Anybody who can find that video, please post it in the comments, either on Facebook or YouTube, because I haven't seen that. Cool. I thought I saw everything, but no, I've I haven't seen that one. So James Keneally said, Kathy's always asking interesting questions. Craig has a great memory for someone with brain damage, and he has paperwork to prove it. Well, thank you, James Keneally. The questions are coming from you guys. I don't really think of these questions. They're just questions that everybody writes. So I just take them and shoot them over to Craig. And some of the questions Craig has just answered continuously, and people keep asking the same question. I guess they want to hear you answer the same thing over and over again.
Griff asked me the other day if Kathy, she said, Kathy, guys, do you use a filter? I goes, no, why? He goes, he said, well, she don't have any wrinkles. I said, well, she don't have any wrinkles.
Well, you know what? I think this does a little bit, it looks a little, I don't put a filter on here, but I think just the Zoom makes me look better. But I never drank, I never smoked cigarettes, and I don't go in the sun anymore. I mean, I definitely have wrinkles, absolutely. But I think, I certainly don't exacerbate the situation by smoking or going in the sun. So I try to I put all kinds of things on my face at night, and I take a lot of vitamins. I use
I'm
retin-A
surprised I
and
haven't destroyed myself in the sun because I burnt myself up in the sun.
yeah. Well, I use retin-A. I take those HelioCare advanced vitamins. I take a lot of stuff. I smear retin-A all over my face a lot. So I try to do a lot of stuff, but I don't go out in the sun anymore. But
Yeah,
thank you, Griff. I
I've hurt
appreciate
myself.
what?
I've hurt myself in the sun before. Yeah, I've gotten really red,
Oh
burned
my
up.
God, when I was 18, we used to put baby oil on our face and lie out in the sun
Oh
with
yeah.
baby oil and just fry. I remember one time my skin on my nose was so burnt, I actually took like a tweezer and just peeled it off. It was just so bad. I didn't now, I mean, I go out in the sun and I'm just no, no, putting all the sunblock on. So thanks, Griff. I appreciate that. So I got a question. I got a question for from Patricia Lynn. She wants this is about Leon with his apparently, I guess he had four wives: Rena, Sherry, Rhonda, Evelyn, Susan. That's five wives.
Rhonda's the last one I remember. She was crazy.
Rhonda was crazy. Who's
Oh my
Evelyn
God,
Susan?
yeah. Yeah, she was nut. She's wacko.
Do you know which one is Lily's mom?
The first one, what was her name?
Rena?
Teresa?
Oh,
Uh,
that's not even on here. There's a
no,
Rena.
I don't remember
Oh,
what the first one's name was.
oh, okay. Well, Patricia wants to know if you knew any of his wives.
I knew the first one, and I probably knew the last one. What did I say her name?
Evelyn?
Rhonda. I probably knew
Okay.
Rhonda the best,
Okay.
and because she was holding Leon hostage up in his room, and everybody was afraid to go up there because she had a gun. And I said, I'll go up there.
Mm.
And I went in, and she was holding a gun, and I said, I laughed. I said, what are you gonna do? Shoot me, Rhonda? She goes, I might.
Oh my gosh. And that was Leon's mom, Lily's
That
mom.
was his wife. Yeah, that
Oh,
Rhonda.
his wife, but Lily's mother?
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay. Well, is Lily the only child that you know of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her
Yeah.
question. Do you have any other siblings or any other children that we don't
He's
really hear
got a
about?
sister. Leon's got a sister. Yeah.
Leon Wilkeson has a
Leon's
sister.
got a sister. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, there's no other. Leon didn't have any other kids, just little Lily.
So is Leon's sister still alive that you know of?
I'm not sure. I think she
Oh,
might have passed away.
okay.
I think.
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh, well, Lily would know, I guess. We could always ask. We
Oh,
can
yeah.
always message. I can send Lily a message, or if you want to send him a message and ask him. He was pretty cool. He responded last time when I asked him about his dad's turquoise boots, and he says, I have the turquoise boots. So he has those. All right. So we'll try to find out. As far as we know, we don't know whether she's alive, Lily's mom, but definitely that's the only child. I like your background there, Craig. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
I
I
found
went
one.
I went through and tried to find a bunch of different backgrounds.
I was stressing about my background. I said, I don't have a background lights. And you said, just use the virtual background. So it works. That's pretty cool. So now I can do that every time we do a podcast. I could find a different virtual background depending on the mood. These are pretty cool. I love Halloween. I love Halloween. It's a fun night. All right. So then I got a question. Oh, David Selders. You know, he wants to apologize for insulting me. He thinks he insulted me about New Jersey. I'm not insulted. People from New Jersey don't get insulted. He said, I didn't mean to insult you. New Jersey can be tough in some places. I hate California, he says. He didn't say California, he said something else, a different commie forma. He said, he said the truck speed is 55 for the entire state. I guess I don't know if that's New Jersey or California, but no, we can do 65 here for cars anyway. And he said his wife is from Somerville, New Jersey. I know Somerville, New Jersey. One of my friends lives out there. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I don't take it personally. New Jersey drivers are aggressive and we have these crazy jug handle turns. So it's not an easy place to drive. And the signs are horrible. The road signs are horrible. So it's okay, David. David Hester, he said, we were talking about using the microwave last week, and you said you don't have a microwave. Remember that? You never had one or you don't use one?
Oh, yeah, I threw it away. Them things aren't supposed to be good for you. Yeah, I do everything in a cast iron skillet. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I said skillet, and I thought about that. Actually, it's a wok. I have
Mm-hmm.
a huge cast iron wok
Mm.
that I cook everything in.
So do you eat popcorn?
No.
Okay. All right. Because you know what? I actually stopped buying microwave popcorn. I have a
Yeah,
big
it's bad
jar.
for you.
I
Yeah.
have a big jar of the popcorn that you pop, and I just put it in a big cooking pot with a little bit of oil. And when I make popcorn, I just do it that way, the old-fashioned way in the pot with the lid on it.
The microwave stuff's supposed to be bad for you.
I heard that it has
Microwaves in
something in
general are
it.
supposed to be bad for you. And the air fryers are supposed to be bad for you too. It's the coating inside those things that's supposed to be bad for you.
Really?
Yeah.
So the carcinogens, so like I like burnt toast, I like burnt bread, I like burnt popcorn, all that stuff I hear is what's bad for you, right? All that burnt stuff, right?
I know burnt meat is bad for you, but I didn't know about bread because I like my bread really toasted,
Mm-hmm.
crispy.
I hear that anytime there's black stuff on there, like on the burger, or if you cook
Yeah.
it,
Any kind of burnt meat's got yeah bad for you. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't really use the microwave that often. Like I said, I just use it for not even for popcorn, just for basically heating stuff up and not cooking stuff. Definitely not cooking. So anyway, but thanks for the concern, David. I appreciate that. And somebody else said, oh, Jeff said we're talking about, last week you were talking about the strings that the guys use, those. I said, what
Mm-hmm.
number strings
The
do they use?
different gauges. Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to start playing those numbers. Well, Jeff was already two steps ahead of me. And he said, I've been playing lotto with those guitar string numbers for months, and I haven't won a damn thing. So, hey, listen, Jeff, I'm going to start playing those exact same number. So if you win, I win. I'm going to do the Powerball and I'm going to do the New York and the New Jersey lotteries with those numbers. And then Carol Cat Girl. Try to say that 5 times. Carol
Carol
Cat
Cake
Cake
Girl.
Girl. Carol Cat Cake Girl.
Carol
Carol
Cat
Cat
Cake
Cake
Girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
Carol
Carol
Cat.
Cat Cake Girl. Carol 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 Cat Cake
All
Girl.
right. Whoa. For somebody who does such preparation before the podcast, you rocked that. Wow. She said, well, we were talking about food last week. She said, I got an onion from an Amish market. I put it in meatloaf. I had some yesterday. And then she was talking about where the origin of food, how, some stuff comes from Mexico, Thailand, China. Be careful, folks. So yeah, I agree. I'd rather buy stuff that's grown in the USA if possible. But yeah, onions and meatloaf, when I used to eat meat, which I haven't eaten meat in years, but I used to put onions and spices in there. It was delicious. It was like a, onion burger. But anyway, all right. Thanks,
They
Carol.
say that that's where the McDonald's thing is from. It's not from the meat, it's from the onions somehow.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Wow.
But I noticed the other day when I bought an onion, it's got the four on the front, which means that's got a lot of chemicals on it. But because the nine means generic and the
Mhm.
four means that's the worst you can get. But when I use an onion, I take, like I said, with the same way with cabbage, with the purple onion, I take like the first 3 or 4 layers off of it, so hopefully I'm getting most of that stuff off. But, you know, you can only do what you can.
Yeah, my mother always taught me to do that too. When you have a head of iceberg lettuce, which I don't even like anymore because iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value. It doesn't even taste like anything. I always peel the top couple of leaves off. But
Yeah.
now it's so small, you peel off the top couple of leaves and there's hardly anything left in there.
Yeah, I
It's
pull
just
about four
ridiculous.
layers off of them. Yeah, it makes them small, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of most of that poison, I think. I don't know. Probably getting a little.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But we have to be careful where we buy, like those nuts and the fruit mixes and things that you buy in the plastic containers in the produce department. A lot of that stuff comes from China. I'm just not going to eat it.
Yeah, that pre-mixed stuff's bad. That's supposed to be pretty bad for you.
Oh, really?
Well,
Like,
yeah, like you said, the stuff you buy in the pre-mixed containers.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just got to read those labels. All right. Rock on. Oh my gosh. He said, do you remember the 1975 King Biscuit Flour Hour?
I remember the flower hour, yeah, the King
Uh,
Biscuit flower hour, yeah.
I love that. Now, was Skynyrd on there? Do you remember?
No, well, that was 70.
Oh,
No, they weren't never on the midnight special or none of those. They never got in on any of those shows.
really?
Mm.
Okay. I thought that right after the plane crash. Now, there was an interview with Cameron Crowe, and we've talked about this on previous podcasts. Cameron Crowe did something. I thought it was on the King Biscuit Flour Hour about the band. It was right after the crash. And he was saying, I hope those guys get together again. They should get together. And
Hmm.
he was talking about the Tokyo, what happened in Tokyo, the hat incident,
Hmm.
rice hat
Yeah.
incident, what happened. And
Hmm. The pilots, yeah.
I thought it aired on the King Biscuit Flour Hour. Do you know?
Now I was there at that incident, but I wasn't paying no damn attention. That was going on, and that they were down here messing around, and I was up here messing around,
Mhm.
and I went down there, and they were getting into it. And I don't know happened. We were leaving and got into a little bit of somebody hit somebody with a briefcase and something. I remember. I think it was Sean Butler smashed some guy in the head with a briefcase.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was weird. I just remember going back to the hotel and where I was going, what the hell's going on? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what was going on.
Well, you have to listen to that story. Google the hat incident by Cameron Crowe. He's an excellent storyteller. He was just saying how they were all really having, fun. They were hanging out in that bar,
Mm.
Bublos or something.
Biblos,
Biblos, yeah.
Biblos, yeah.
And everybody was enjoying, and On the Hunt came on, and everybody's into it. All of a sudden, one of the guys started, German guy started fondling this little Japanese girl, and then
Yeah, yeah.
they got into a fight, and then somebody took Ronnie's hat off his head and threw it. Do
I
you remember that?
don't know if they threw. I don't threw it. They just took his hat off and put it on their head and was mocking him or something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then Ronnie wound up getting his hat back, of course.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But then they started getting into, yeah, if anybody wants to look that up on YouTube, he's a great storyteller. I've said from the very beginning I wanted to get Cameron Crowe on here, and I can't seem to contact him. I always believed in the 6 degrees of separation, that you can contact anybody within, with six or fewer contacts, but kind of hit a dead end. So if
I
anybody knows
used
how to
I
get,
used to know him and talk to him, but it's been 50
yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't talked to him since 1976.
Uh,
It's been 50 years.
he's a
Wow,
cool guy.
that's
He's
a
such a
long
great
time.
storyteller. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's still out there,
He's became a big time producer. Back then he was
Mhm.
just a writer for Rolling Stones magazine. Since then he's a big time movie producer and stuff now. He's all
Yeah,
in the Hollywood thing now.
yeah. Well,
Him and
I'd
Ron
love to.
Howard. It's like me and Alan talked to Ron Howard down in a bar of a Holiday Inn one night for a long time.
Really?
I was calling him Opie. Hey, Opie. Yeah, that was
What
cool.
what was he like?
He was cool. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
all right. He was just, yeah, he was down in the bar. Me and Alan were down there and we just, struck up a conversation with him. He was cool. I said, hey,
Was
there's
he
Opie.
was he like Richie Cunningham then? Was he kind of like that? That was when he was
Yeah,
filming
that was a
beginning.
long time ago. Yeah, that was back in
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, cool.
little beyond the Richie Cunningham days, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, he turned out to be a big producer or director, right?
Oh
He's
God,
director?
yeah.
Director. Yep.
Director,
Directed by
yeah.
Ron Howard. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was a great story with Cameron Crowe. Excellent. I love that story. So you guys have to check that out on YouTube. All right, Cheesehead. Hey, Cheesehead. I don't know what your name is, but your name has come up a lot, Cheesehead. So we already talked about this before, but he wants to know tricks and pranks that the guys played on each other. And I know the incident with the shoes when somebody crapped in somebody's shoes out in the hallway of a hotel. Who
That
did
was a
that? Somebody.
guest at the hotel, yeah.
Who
Oh,
did that, Lynyrd?
Leon was always doing something to Billy. Always sticking a fire hose under his door and he was always doing something to Billy.
Oh, and I know about the briar patch with the spitballs. He used to throw the spitballs in his, shoot the spitballs in Billy's hair, right?
Oh yeah.
Anything else? Did they ever play any other tricks on each other? Was Alan a trickster or no?
Not really. No, not that I
Mm.
remember. He didn't pull any tricks on anybody.
No, he would just shoot him with a BB gun
Yeah,
if they went to his
we used
house.
to mess with the road managers, whoever the road manager was. We'd mess we'd mess with them. They'd be trying to get work done, and we'd mess with them and stuff.
What would you do?
Oh, shoot bottle rockets. We put bottle rockets under their door and shoot them while they were in there trying to do books. We'd stick a bottle rocket and go under their door and stuff. Just stupid stuff like kids.
Now, who are the road managers that you're referring to? Not Dean
Oh,
Kilpatrick and
we
Sally,
had a
right?
road manager, John Wayne. We had a
Mm-hmm.
road manager named John Wayne, and we messed with him quite a bit. And he was
Mm-hmm.
before Ron Eckerman.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
Would love
Henny,
to read those
we call
stories.
Russ Emmerich. He was like the very first one. We messed with him quite a bit. We called him Henny Emmerich.
So a lot of people are asking about Halloween questions because it is
Henny
Halloween.
Henny
But
Emmerich is the one Bob Burns chased Henny Emmerich down the road with a pickaxe. That was
I
one.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Russ Emmerich. Yeah, Bob Burns chased him down the road with a pickaxe.
I'm sure he took that seriously, considering it was Bob Burns. Considering Bob Burns' reputation, I would be scared if I were he. Oh my gosh. Too bad the guys didn't get dressed up for Halloween, but I'm not surprised. But I got to see pictures of you with those Halloween costumes on, or anything that you did in the past. Those are pretty cool. All right, and then Winslow Red Cross. We talked about last week. We were talking about the amps, how high the amps went, and I said, "Oh, remember from Wayne's World, the line this amp goes up to 11, but it
Goes up to
wasn't Wayne's World.
11,
It was Spinal
yeah.
Tap. Yeah, I meant that. Winslow Red Cross said, no, it's Spinal Tap. And yeah, I remember. Actually, I didn't even see Spinal Tap. I have to see that movie, but I did see that clip where he said, my amp goes up to 11. And then Jack Pavel or Pavel, he saw, you remember last week we were talking about the Village Saloon, if you ever
Uh-huh.
hung
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there,
yeah,
you
yeah.
said you did. Well, you said that the guys never played there, right?
Had a what?
The Skynyrd guys never played at the Village Saloon.
You know what? I don't remember that there were bands that played there. I don't
Mm.
remember bands playing there. I don't know why, but I just don't remember bands playing there.
All right.
You know, I just don't remember that.
Well, probably later on they did, because Jack said that he saw Randall Hall play there. And he said it was after the Allan Collins band, after Allan Collins and before the reunion Skynyrd band. He saw Randall play there. So I guess maybe they did start having, and also he says a lot of people ultimately played there. And he said it was the place to go if you wanted to see a good band play on the weekend. So maybe they didn't start out by not having bands, and then they wound up getting
I just don't
performers there.
remember bands playing there. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just don't remember that.
And was that in Jacksonville, that place?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Okay.
actually in Orange Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is that still there that you know of?
I don't know. It was right on 17 in Orange Park, right down by the dog track. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that. All right. Yeah. All right. And then Maverick, some guy by the name of Maverick said, hey, Kathy, I grew up in New Jersey too. I graduated from Bridgewater East in 85. I know where Bridgewater is. That's about an hour from me. He said, I was born in Newark. I lived in Essex, Union, and Somerset counties. I know Cranford, where I'm from. He said, I got the hell out of New Jersey in 2005, and I'm a happy Southerner, and I live in Texas, and I love it. So I'm glad you like living in Texas. And then Jeff Goodridge. Oh, he sent me an email. Yeah, he sent me an email. And he said, I recently listened to Allan Collins's exceptional album again. I had read that Allan and Jimmy Dougherty had a
Roadie,
falling
yeah.
out. Doherty,
Yeah.
Doherty.
Jimmy
Y-
Doherty, yeah.
Yeah, well, I know why. I know what happened. But why don't you tell everybody what happened with Alan
Well,
and
that thing
Jimmy
up at, I
Doherty?
guess you're talking about the thing at the Lone Star Cafe up in New York City when Jimmy let that guy up that was dressed up like Ronnie, let him up on stage and was singing, and it freaked Alan out, and
Hmm.
that's what finished the whole thing. You know,
Yeah.
Alan saw Ronnie up there, and he just said, "Man, this ain't right. You know, I don't. This isn't what I want. You know, don't want it. I don't want somebody up here imitating Ronnie. You know."
And actually, that story was first told, I first recall it being told on podcast 28. That was the first podcast that I was on. Gene Odom was on there. And that was a great, great podcast because Gene told the whole story about how he remembers that concert at the Lone Star in New York City. And Alan walked off stage. And Gene went up there and he started giving him a hard time because he had a lot of merchandise. And he said to Gene, it just, I think he said to Jerry, he said to you, yeah, right, it's just not right.
It's
If
just
anybody
not right.
knows,
I
yeah.
said, "What are you doing, Alan?" He goes, "It's we're done." I says, "What do you
Mhm.
mean we're done?" He goes, it's just not right." I goes, "What do you mean it's not right?" He goes, "You of all people know that it's just not right. We're going home."
Right,
So that was it.
right. That was it. Yeah. And then he also wants to know where the baseball logo came from that first appeared on Give Me Back My Bullets.
Mm, I don't know. I guess it was from we used to play baseball with different with radio stations, and people just knew that the band were kind of baseball enthusiasts. And yeah, we used to play radio stations. We used to play softball with them all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we
It
played
was where
quite
it
a
came
bit.
from.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now I got, we pretty much finished all the comments and questions. Somebody by the name of Tuxedo Manor said, "Hey, Kathy, another great show. I graduated 45 years ago, right in Union, New Jersey, which is the same county from which I went to lived. So he's a neighbor. A lot of people from New Jersey are watching this. A lot of us Yankees are watching the Stone Roadie show." So that's it. Why, we didn't we didn't even ask for questions for this one. I just went through and pulled the things that people comments and questions. And I hope everybody likes our little Halloween little get-ups. Pretty cool. Our backgrounds, right? We look a little different. Craig, you're great that you still fit into that costume. God bless you. Not too many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
say that.
This is a kind of a real uh, theatrical type of get up I got at the that uh, costume shop that closed down next to the Ridley dealership. I said I owned a motorcycle shop. I actually owned a dealership for Ridley motorcycles in Akron. I owned the dealership for Ridley motorcycles in Akron. It was
Hmm.
attached to the Main Street Saloon, the biggest biker bar in Akron. So that was a lot of fun.
Hmm. And what made you stop, give up the
Well,
business?
that was well, it was, I did it all the way up until 2008, I think, and that's when Obama took over, and the economy took a shit, and nobody could get a loan, and everybody
Mm.
wanted to buy the motorcycles, but nobody could get a dang loan because everything was the economy sucked so bad, so the company went out of business. Ridley
Oh, too
did,
bad.
yeah. Yeah, it's an
Mhm.
American company and from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Yeah, nobody could get a loan for the motorcycles because they were kind of new, and Harley Davidson kind of, owned the motorcycle thing back then, and Ridley's were automatic, so yeah, there's not a lot of people wanted automatic motorcycles.
Mhm.
So they were pretty cool though. But yeah, they just nobody could get a loan for them, so they went out of business.
That's a shame. And you have
Yeah,
a
it's
pretty
like,
fast bike. You have the, what is that thing called you drive? That really fast motorcycle?
oh no, it's a Ridley, and it's not really fast. It's fast for its size because it's only a three-quarter size motorcycle, but the damn thing goes 95 miles an hour. Yeah,
That's
it's
what that
fast.
is. I thought it had a different name. What is it? Oh, the
It's a Ridley. Oh, my
Banshee.
other one, yeah, that's a four-wheeler. That's the Yamaha
Yeah.
Banshee. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the fastest four-wheeler, or first four-wheeler that would go 100 miles an hour, and it gets there pretty quick too. It's got a power band on it, man. When that thing hits that power band, you better be holding on, and it'll suck you right off the back. Oh yeah, those are widow makers, man. There's a lot of people died on that thing, man. They're nuts. Yeah, they're crazy fast.
Now, can you take that out on the road or do you have to use it on your own
No,
property?
no, it's not
No,
licensed for the road.
really?
I ride
Wow.
it up the road about a quarter mile just to go to my friend's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can get away with it a little bit,
Well,
but you
yeah,
can't.
out here in the country, you can kind of get away as long as the cops don't see you.
Right.
They all know me out here. They know, I don't go far. As long as they know you're not going far, they don't really bug you too much.
Have you had any more people vandalizing your mailbox or taking down your flags or knocking into your
No,
walk-off?
no, no,
Or
no. I've got a great big Trump flag up. It's a what is it? A 4x6 or 6x8, or it's a great big one. And yeah, nobody's messed with it. Uh-uh.
How high do you have the flag? Up really
It's
high
a
so that
22-foot pole, I guess it
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I have two flag poles, but the one flagpole's just got a U.S. flag on it. The other one's got the great big I think it's the 6x8 Trump flag.
Good for you. Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
nobody's messed with that. Yeah.
Good. Good. And you got your mailbox? Did you switch your mailbox out for the winter yet? I know you switch.
After
Craig
the
has two mailboxes. He switches depending on the season.
well, the white one got knocked down, and I haven't put it back up yet. I still have the green one up, but yeah, that's my winter mailbox. Yeah, I'll fix with the next spring. I'll fix the white one and stick it back
You're the only person I know that changes mailboxes during the season. Oh, I think I'll put up my summer mailbox.
Well, that was
Put my
damn,
winter mailbox.
that's $1,000 mailbox. And I
Wow.
when I bought it, I bought the green one, and then I thought, I went, shit, I wish I'd have got the white one. So then when the green one got messed up, I went ahead and bought the white one. So then I had two of them. So I used the white one in the summer and the green one in the winter.
Do you ever get so much mail that you need two mailboxes at the same time, or can you handle
No, it's a pretty big one. It's a pretty big one.
serious mailbox?
No, anything big. They bring my mail up to bring it
Oh,
up,
they
put
do?
it on my back porch.
Hey, by the way, how's Gene doing? How's Gene doing? Have you heard from
I
him?
think he went somewhere. Griff said he went somewhere on another trip somewhere and wanted him to
Really?
go. Yeah, he's always traveling off somewhere. Gene is. He's
Oh.
always, yeah,
If he
always
ever
taking
comes to
trips.
New Jersey, I hope he lets me know because I'd love to see him at some time. I don't think I'm going to be getting to Florida anytime soon, but I would love to see him. And cousin Figel, I have to Cousin Figel, I'm going to try to get you again
Yeah,
in a
I just
couple of
talked
days.
to him the other day. Yeah, that our buddy Robert Wheatley, the guy with the cameras, bought the uh, cousin Figel bought a one of those Survivor guitars off of me years ago,
Oh,
and
really?
he was selling it, and Robert Wheatley picked it up. Yeah, off of cousin Figel.
Well,
It,
Robert, I want to
it
thank
gave
you
him
in
a lot.
advance.
He's
What?
given
Sorry.
cousin Figel a lot of extra money here lately to
Oh,
help him with through you know, through these
yeah.
times. Yeah, I cousin Fudge. Yeah, you called him the other day, and he goes, and we were going. You said he didn't answer the phone. I said, well, he don't go many places, and he said,
Hmm.
no, he goes. He's got a friend that lives about an hour away, and he said that's about his limit. And he
Oh.
can go there, but he doesn't. Still got vertigo pretty bad.
Do you know I had vertigo yesterday? Do you know what happened? I actually, well, I probably shouldn't say the name of the medication because I had about a year ago, I pulled a muscle in my back and I actually popped one of those discs out. And I went to an orthopedist and he gave me this prescription form of an inflammatory pill. And I decided not to take it because I didn't want to take a prescription. So I was taking Tylenol. And then last a couple of weeks ago, I blew the disc out again. And I started taking this prescription. I don't know if I can say it, but anyway, I took it for about 5 days. And then yesterday I woke up and I was lying in bed and the entire room was spinning. It was just moving. It wasn't spinning, but I'm saying it was just moving. And I was like, what the heck? And I got up and I felt unsteady. I had my coffee. I went to take a shower and it was like it was just moving. And I almost didn't go to work, but I went to work. I went to the nurse. They checked me and they said, are you taking any kind of medication? And I told her what I took. And she said, oh, yeah, that's one of the side effects. It can make you dizzy. But I had vertigo the entire day and I discontinued it. And I guess I shouldn't say what it is, right? The medication. Well, it starts with an M and it's a prescription. It's a prescription anti-inflammatory and never again. Because I've never had vertigo. I didn't know what it was like until I was lying in bed. I was like, why is the room moving around? It was so scary. And I felt uncomfortable driving to work, but I did. But anyway, yeah. So you just mentioned vertigo. But I just want to also say, before we close, that thank you to Robert Wheatley. You told me that he was so kind as to send me one of those cameras that you are
Yeah, you bid on that. You bid on that camera from uh, uh, Danny Barron bid
yeah.
on it, and uh,
Well,
and then you overbid him, and then somebody overbid that. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to Robert, see if we can't get Danny a deal on one of those, because he does
aw.
our uh, our opening segment, you know.
So I was outbid, you're saying you're because if I were the highest bid, I would send
No, no,
would
yeah, the
somebody
guy,
outbid me?
what was his name? Uh, Tom Garrett. Tom Garrett,
Okay.
he bid 175 on it, and then he wrote back and said, "Heck, I'll just go ahead and bid 200 on it." So since it's
Okay.
for a donation, so yeah, it's a $400 camera, but we want people to get deals on this stuff, you know.
Hmm.
So that's a good offering for that camera. Yeah.
So I bid 120, right? I think I bid
I don't
120.
remember. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah.
And the money is going to whom? The survivors? Is
The
that who it's going
survivor,
to?
yeah, he's this one here, yeah, this one here, we're offering to donate to the survivors. But
Okay. Okay.
any further ones, just contact me, and I'll hook you up with Robert, and we can work out a deal with you.
All right. Well, I'm going to
Hopefully.
send you a check for the $120 for the survivors because I said I would bid it. So I'm going to send you a check for that. and then you just send it to the survivors or however you want to divvy it up. Okay. Would
All
you
right,
do
yeah,
that?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll do that. Yeah. Because that's what I said I would bid. So I don't like getting things for nothing. So, but
Well,
thank you so much, Robert.
he's giving you a 3. He's giving you the upgraded version. He's giving you the one like this one here. This
Oh,
is actually an $800 camera. This
oh my
3.
gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's and about the only difference is it's got the screen on it. Then when you turn the screen's a little bigger because the other one's just like that screen like
Mm-hmm.
that, and this one the
Mm-hmm.
screen goes sideways, and when you turn it on, the screen and that's the only difference. It's a streaming camera too, but the two is about only about a year old, but they just came out with this one. But yeah, this is like an $800 camera. Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
pretty
am
cool.
thrilled. Robert, thank you so much. I'm going to call you. I have your phone number. I'll call you when I
Oh, they're
receive.
badass, man.
Yeah.
You go and watch that band, and instead of holding up a camera like this,
Mm-hmm.
you can just stand there like this and film them,
Oh my
you
God.
know. And yeah, it's cool, man. It's really
They're gonna love it because they're always like, oh, Kathy's always videoing, and they're gonna love it to see me.
yeah, and you can stand out there and dance around like this, and this gimbal will just
Cool.
keep it steady, and you can be out there boogieing around like this,
Wow.
like you got epilepsy, and it'll just stay cool. These are cool as shit, man.
I've never seen it
Yeah, my
before.
buddies are playing a wolf a moose lodge this weekend, and I'm gonna go film them. I'm gonna take this and try it. It's got a built-in microphone. This one's got a built-in microphone like the two.
Oh
But
man.
this one here has a Bluetooth microphone that you can put in your pocket when you're doing. You can set this up on the table or whatever, and then you can get up and do a presentation, and you can have that microphone in your on you, you know. So,
That
but
is so
this one's
cool.
got
I'm
a
so
really good.
psyched.
It's got a good microphone built in. It's a cool camera, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I haven't
I'm
used it
psyched.
much.
Thank you in advance, Robert. I'm thrilled. When Craig told me you're sending me one, I was like, what? I'm really excited. And I'll get a lot of use out of it because I go do a lot of stuff on the weekends and I like to record everything. So I'm really going to appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, I was telling Chad about it. Chad said, God, I gotta get one of those. He goes, when I go places to do my work, he says, I gotta follow people around with a camera, you know. He said that one
Mhm.
I could just put them on and it would follow them around. And he said then I could just watch. Um, it got hooks to he's got a Bluetooth monitor in his car. He said I can just hook that up to my Bluetooth and I can just sit there and watch the monitor. I don't have to hold the camera. Wouldn't have to hold the camera up. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So your
Yeah.
son wants one too. Well,
Chad
get in
wants
line.
Chad wants everything. He yeah.
Well, maybe you can come on and be the co-host of the podcast. Maybe.
I don't know where he gets that from, wanting the best of everything.
Oh no, I only want the best. Only the best
I don't
will
know where
do.
he gets that. I have no idea. So, anyways, all right. Well, are we about done with this trick or treat Halloween
Yeah.
special?
Thanks for joining us. I'm not sure who I'm supposed to be. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be Joey Ramone or Elvira or what. I just put this wig on and my sunglasses. I was like, okay. And then my daughter put the lipstick, the face stuff, and that, and I was good
Well,
to go.
that's one of the wigs you got last year to be Pocahontas, wasn't it?
No, I have the braids, the braided wig.
Oh,
If we do,
okay,
we
yeah.
can do the Thanksgiving. I have the Indian American Indian. I don't want to offend anybody. And then I also have I have an Amy Winehouse wig with a big rose on it, and that has to be brushed out a little bit. Yeah, if I do the Amy Winehouse thing, it's got the big flower on the top, but these are cool. It's a different look for me. So it's cool every once in a while to just have fun. So I
Yeah,
had a lot of
Kathy
fun.
does the special. She does the Saturday night special and the Halloween special and the Thanksgiving special and the Christmas special and the New Year's Eve special.
And I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. I don't care. I really don't care. I have fun.
Do you remember anything that Pope Peel made? We were trying to think all the stuff that Pope remember
Oh,
the Pope Peel what was his name?
Ron Popeil.
Ron Popeil made all inside the egg scrambler and
All
I'm gonna
those
have to look
gimmicks.
that up.
Did he make the Ginsu knife? Do you remember that? Did he
Oh
make
yeah,
the
the Ginsu
the
knives. I don't
Ginsu?
remember if he did
Because
that or not.
my
He made all
family.
kind of stuff, and when none of us can think of all this
Oh,
stuff.
really?
He made. Somebody said that he made that thing for the bald spot. The guys have the bald spot on them. He made this thing that you spray paint your head with the spray paint to
Oh,
cover
oh,
up
the
your
spray
bald
on
spot.
hair.
And
Yeah.
I went, man, that would be, because anything you make that's got chemicals in it and
Yeah.
you put on your skins. You know what I heard is those receipts, the receipts that come out of the machines when you go to the grocery store or whatever, and you
Yeah.
get the receipt that comes out. I heard those are really bad for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just touching them, there's some kind of toxic chemical on it that because anything that you even touch goes right into your pores or your skin.
Oh.
And people put all this crap on their skin and anything you put in your skin on your skin goes right in your bloodstream. I mean, people just don't realize that anything that touches your skin goes right in your blood.
You know what? I don't like those hand sanitizers.
Oh,
Those
I don't know. I never used
those things
one
are
drop.
nasty. Ew,
I
those are
never used
nasty.
one drop of hand sanitizer during that whole COVID thing.
Mm.
Not one
They smell
drop.
like some kind of weird whiskey or something. I don't like those things. I'd rather use soap and water. You know what? Do you remember those old commercials for like the Vegematic, those
Oh yeah.
the slicers? Remember those things?
Uh-huh.
Dices and slices and chops. And
Slices.
I don't know if those are his. I remember in the 50s they used to have those, like the vacuum cleaners and all those appliances. But I remember like the Vegematic, the Dial-O-Matic, you can dial whatever you wanted to slice. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
that was Popeil,
I
but well,
I have a mandolin that I slice my onions and with that. That's what that is. It's just a thing that you run it up and down this blade. Man, you gotta watch. You'll cut your finger big time with that thing. And yeah, you can
yes.
adjust it. But man, I cut my finger one time. That thing is sharp, and it's
Mm,
instantly they give you a little thing to put on the top so you don't get down there close
yeah,
to that thing. Because man, if you
right.
go, whoosh, it'll
The
take your
guide.
finger right off. Yeah, they're called a mandolin. Yeah.
I love those commercials. You always see those commercials for like the frying pans, and if you act now, you'll get this extra set of knives. But wait,
Oh
there's
yeah.
more. And then if you
Everybody's
act right
everybody
now,
everybody's going back to cast iron. I mean,
yes.
that's the big thing now. But yeah, I have
Yeah.
a wok. I have a great big cast iron wok. I love it, man. Yeah,
Hmm.
I love that thing.
Well,
Yeah,
those commercials get you. They're like, if you act now, operators are standing by. But wait, there's more.
you
Yet
keep that
another.
wok seasoned correctly, man. They don't
Yeah.
stick or nothing. They're great, man.
Well, that's like
The
the
cast iron,
cast iron
you got to
pan.
keep it seasoned. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. If you once you season the cast iron pan, it is amazing. When you first get it, it's like a silver color and you don't know what to do with it. But once you You
Oh yeah,
season it, start
you
using
gotta
it.
keep it seasoned. It's a continuous process. You can't just season it and forget it. You gotta keep it.
Hmm.
It's an ongoing process. But yeah, they're
Well, I
great.
gave mine
I love.
away. It was too heavy. It's so darn heavy, you know?
Yeah, I got a great big wok, man. I love it. It's cool.
Really?
I cook everything in there, and then you put the top on it. It's just like an oven.
Mm.
I mean, that's what the Japanese restaurants. That's what they cook everything on. That's a grill. Your lobster, your steak, everything they cook on that um,
Yeah,
surface.
they do. And
Yeah.
everything cooks up so quickly and evenly too on
Oh,
those
I love Japanese restaurants. I love their steak and lobster and stuff. That's great.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Allen, back in the old days, we used to Allen and Kathy and us. We'd always go to the Japanese restaurant. It was right there, real close to us. We went there all
Mhm.
the time. Yeah, lots of
Did they
fun.
do the whole big presentation with
Oh
the
yeah, they cook.
from
Yeah,
the
and
knife?
they all knew us there. We were big shots there. They'd come and they would always put on a big show for us. Yeah, yeah.
Did they do the onion with the lava? Like they would take the onion and put the
Oh yeah,
lighter
they did.
fluid in it?
Yeah, they did everything. Yeah,
Not the lava,
yeah.
but the yeah. But those meals are so much. They start out by they give you the soup and then the salad and then the rice. And then by the time you get your food, you're just, it's just wrap it up, wrap it up. But it's good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they're good.
we have those near
Yeah.
me. Now I'm getting hungry and I
And the
already had dinner.
sake.
Yeah, sake's good. I like sake.
And the Qingdao beer.
Oh, yes.
I like the Chinese beer.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Now that I'm all hungry, Craig, thanks. I already had my dinner. Now I want to go have a second dinner. And you don't eat anything, but I just talk about food and I
man,
want to
I
go
haven't
eat.
been eating. I swear, I'm just amazed. I'm just not hungry. I don't know.
My
it's
God.
great. Yeah.
Don't you crave like cheese or something? Or like,
I eat a, I, that's one thing that I do eat. I eat Swiss cheese.
I
I
love
do
Swiss
eat
cheese.
um, Swiss cheese, but yeah, whatever.
I'm always hungry. I have to really stop myself because I have this enormous appetite. But
I eat a lot of eggs. I make a couple of eggs and I put Swiss cheese on them, and melt the
mm,
Swiss cheese, yeah,
that's really good. Yeah, that's good for you.
and then cover it with hot sauce.
That sounds even better.
So, anyways, yeah, eggs.
Hope
Couple of eggs a day are supposed to be really good for you. But you know that that
yeah.
there for a while they had that rumor that eggs were high in cholesterol, but that was when they turned that pyramid upside down and was trying to kill everybody. They're still trying to kill everybody. They made everybody fat, and then they
Mhm.
made insulin so expensive they made everybody fat and depended on insulin, and then they made insulin so expensive nobody can afford it,
Mm,
and people are having to make decisions between paying their bills and suffering without insulin. These people are crazy, you
yeah.
know. This whole
Yeah.
Hopefully things get sort of switched around here pretty quick. I don't know.
We hope so.
See.
Well, before we do the next Saturday night special, by the time we do the next one, everything's going to be different. So we'll see. We
Yeah.
just have to hope. But anyway,
Looks
thanks for
like a lot of
joining.
people are
Yeah.
waking up. I don't know, hopefully.
Yeah. Wake up. Don't get woke. Just get woke. Thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you've had a great Halloween. Now that Halloween's over, time to get up those Christmas decorations.
Yeah,
Before we
we're
get in.
airing from we started airing it. We're aired at 6 p.m. So that's right at trick or treat. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're right there in the airing right at the trick or treat hour between 6 and 8. So
Well, nobody's rung my doorbell tonight, probably because the light's off and I have no candy.
No,
I
I haven't never had a trick or treater up here. It's too
well,
far
I have two little
away.
boys who live upstairs from me. I'll give them stuff tomorrow. I'll go get them specials, goodies, but no one's come to my door. The lights are out, so I guess they know better. And if I answered the door like this, they'd probably run the other direction. Hey, wait a minute. Don't think you're gonna do that clicker without singing. Nope.
Oh God.
Nope.
All righty. Well, that's been another episode of the Stone Roadie Show, and it's been a trick or treat special Halloween special with the lovely Kathy Godsey, and my name's Craig Reed, the Stone Roadie, and as y'all know, I'm the most famous roadie that ever existed since the dawn of time, since the dinosaurs roamed this fat, flat earth. And until next time, happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep token until then. See you
See
later,
you later,
alligator.
alligator.
At a
After a
wild
while,
crocodile,
crocodile.
and we'll call that a wrap and cut. We're
Happy
out of here.
Halloween.